What is up, guys? Giant01 here with another FIFA 17 defending tutorial. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for more defending tutorials. As you guys know, defense is the most important part of FIFA 17. If you can stop them from scoring goals, you're more than likely going to win the game. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you ideal defending situations, examples of me playing really good defense and what you should be doing to really improve and to really make sure to hold those clean sheets and to win a lot more games. As always though, make sure to check out all my previous tutorials. That's basically everything in FIFA 17, including attacking, passing, defending, you name it, I got it. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future ones. Alright you guys, so in this tutorial, we're going to be talking about two basic things that you should be thinking about when playing defending. This is not going to go too much into detail on how to defend. I already have my advanced defending tutorial, which I have a link right here in an annotation as well as in the description. If you guys want to check that out, that goes into much more detail. But this is just going to show you examples of how to defend and what you should be thinking, all in one game, one FUT Champions game against a good opponent. I'm showing you exactly what I'm thinking and why it works. And it's split up into two simple things. The first thing is, and that a lot of people do not do, what you should be doing when you're defending is making sure to keep your defenders in their position. This is especially important for those center backs. So here, let's get into some examples. You can see here, I am playing a person. If it's an attacker, I can run around with him a little bit. I can move him a little bit out of position. But for the rest of my players, I'm not moving them out of position. If they pass it to someone else, I'll switch my player to someone closer to him so my player doesn't completely get out of position. Because if you have a center midfielder that is on the left side of the pitch and then he moves all the way to the right, it's not going to work. Here you're seeing I'm controlling the center back, and rather than attacking and applying pressure like a lot of people seem to do, I decide to make him stay in his position and move him back. Because big problem is a lot of the time, especially when you have center backs like here, Miranda, he has high attacking work rates and it's not very good because it leaves a huge gap behind him. So what I focus is I quickly switch to him and I quickly move him back. Get those CDMs, give them time to catch up and to take the ball away from him. That's who you should be applying pressure with. Then here, you're going to see another example. I'm moving my center back and using my center mids to actually apply a little bit of power. Moving them back, staying in position. Look what I'm doing there with my center back. Keep him inside that danger zone, protecting, jockeying that danger zone. Here, I make a mistake. Now here you can see some mistakes here. First, right there, you saw one of my left backs. He's pushed too far up, trying to apply too much power, and look at that huge gap left because of it, allowing him to do a pass. Luckily for me, though, he was unsuccessful with it. The second thing that you guys should be doing and should very much take into consideration all the time when you're defending is to use your CDM. And I talked about this in my original advanced defending tutorial, but it is so important and it goes hand in hand with making sure that you keep your defenders in their position. Here you're going to see some examples. In most of these cases, I'm using Sanchez as my CDM. Some formations don't have CDM, so just pick the most defensive-minded player, midfielder in your team. Don't use center backs. Again, those center backs, you should be pushing them back and making sure they stay in their lane, stay in their position. Now, what you should be doing though is using that center defensive mid or whoever is the most defensive center mid in your team and just staying in the middle of the pitch, roaming around, keeping them in position. That way, the rest of your teammates are still going to stay in the position if you keep him near the middle of the pitch, especially if that's where his positioning is for that formation. That is the key. This you're seeing here, he's just passing the ball a lot. A lot of the times, what they're trying to do here, and that's what you got to keep in mind, what they're trying to do when they're doing these little passes is get your players out of position. That is how good attackers play. These pro players, these good attackers, if you're versing me, what I'm trying to do is pass the ball, move your players out of position, especially those center defensive mids and especially those center backs, because a lot of people will bite on that. They will move their center defensive mid, they will move their center backs and try to rush him, try to apply pressure because they think that pressure is the way you're gonna win, but no, that's what they want you to do. That's why they're doing these short little stupid passes that aren't actually threatening you. They're just trying to get you to move, getting you to bite, and that is why you gotta use your CDM, use your center mid, here in this case Hernandez, and I'm just staying in the middle. I'm not falling for that. I'm in my position. I'm protecting the danger zone. And then when they actually get into a threatening position, when they get actually near that penalty box, then I'm a little bit more focused. Then I can use my center back. Then I can use some more jockeying moves. But that is the key, guys, and there's a little overview I want to talk about, guys. What you guys saw there was one game, and that's just constantly what I'm doing all game long, and I left him scoreless, and he was a good attacker. He would have been able to score against a lot of you guys if you try to apply pressure, if you moved your players out of position, but those are the two things I made sure I didn't do. I made sure I didn't move them out of position, and I made sure I didn't bite on it, because that's what they want you to do. So keep that in mind. That is how you defend. That is the secret to defending, guys. Keep your defenders in position, especially those center backs that like to push forward. If you don't have the right custom tactics and they're pushing forward, so many goals are going to be breakaway goals because your center backs are pushing forward. There's a huge gap behind them, and your defenders just aren't quick enough to get into those open gaps, or you just don't have enough reflexes, and they're going to score goals. So keep that in mind. Alright guys, I hope you guys liked this defending tutorial. Hopefully it helped you guys out a little bit more. Make sure to check out my defending tutorial, my original one that goes much more in detail, but hopefully this will help you out in terms of your mindset when defending. Click on one of these boxes, check out some of my other series, including the rest of my tutorials, my top 5 videos, like my top 5 skill moves, my ultimate team videos, and my formation guys. And of course, click in the middle to subscribe so to miss out on any future tutorials or tip videos. Thank you guys so much.